One of the questions in some fights about Rockman has been his stamina.
Right hand with Rockman on the floor right next to me. Right next to me. Right next to me.
To knock him out, which is what I was saying about the Holyfield-Lewis fight. If Lewis can outbox Holyfield and stay away and win, although we want to see fireworks, we'd rather see him fight the smart fight and be a winner.
The professional thing.
The left hand, front, down he goes. 2, 3, 4, 5. Bingo. That was it. You see the uppercut, but his hands are dangerously low for sitting on the ropes with a guy with this much speed like Jones, and bingo. That hurts.
Stewart.
And you know, Larry,
down goes Lewis. He caught a short left hand inside.
6, 7. They're just moving around, sparring. Again, I had mentioned there's that right hand right on the button. Down goes Lewis.
Another look.
See, Lewis was fighting with that leg so in the young man's game. But look at that competitive spirit coming out now.
Straight right hand landing for Foreman. He's had a pretty good round here in number 10.
Again, Atlas didn't counter. Atlas, here we go again with the Atlas. Michael Moore is down.
Goes Moore on a right hand. An unbelievably close-in right hand shot. 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It happened. It happened. Well, we mentioned that he was having a strong round. He had set up some blows, and then that right hand, a nest.
Those hard punches, but not landing. They are not landing.
Oh, right hand by Lockman, and Mayweather is down. The champion Mayweather is down in this opening round.
He's not getting up. He's not getting up. We've got a new champion.
Stunner.
And you can see it was a one punch. It was a one-punch affair. It was that right hand that came over the top. You can see when he goes down that he has no reflexes. He cannot get up. Rocky's waited a long time, and he's finally got it. Let's take another look at this perfect punch. Happens once in a career, maybe for the title, and here it comes. A right hand right on the button. Can't get better.
Roger Mayweather.
Particularly.
Drayton is still firing back.
Oh, a big left hand. Oh, a tremendous left hand.
Hooked him.
Drayton
Right
dropped like a tree. Drayton dropped like a tree. And he is not going to make it up. That's all over. He's trying desperately. Buster Drayton gamely trying to get up with a huge left hand. A straight, good, solid left hook.
Jackson is pointing at the canvas, say, okay, good.
There it is. Look at the fall.
And look at Jackson's right hand, Tim.
Several free shots with Roberto.
He's wobbling, Tim. His leg is still wobbling.
He's trying to cover up. Another solid right hand by Thomas Hearns in a combination. The referee Padilla watching.
There he's up in the air again.
Duran just fighting on instinct, though, Gil. He's just hanging up. Big right hand.
That's it, Tim. Anytime you fall forward, the fight's over, Tim.
A huge right hand by Thomas Hearns. Right.
That was the shot there.
And how did the right hand come out? Any difficulty?
The right hand came out perfect. No problem with the hand at all.
Oh. Now, what is next for you? Do you...
I don't believe Tony is hurt. And there's a left hand, and that drops Robinson.
As soon as he got back to business, Barry, as soon as James Toney got back to business, I believe this fight is over. It is. Tremendous finish. There's the right, the left. Now get ready, because he will finish it up. Oh, beautiful left hook, no doubt about it. That's a knockout shot.
an Iordi Airman spot.
Oh, my. Oh. Big right hand by Roy Jones. That will finish it. Just forget about it. Art Serrano got hit with an overhand right that puts him out, and I mean puts him out. So shades of the Jorge Baca fight for right from Jones come. It's a lead right. No, a small jab as a rangefinder went in before it. And Art Serrano, who told me today, he thought...
Right hand behind it. So far, it's Jones's power over Hill's jab. Whoa! Right to the body, down. Unheard of. Unheard of. Only the third time Hill's ever...
Larry, tell us about this, please.
Well, it was just a sudden shot underneath the jab instead of over the jab.
Of no significance at all.
Well, it's become a little ugly here in round 7. Not a lot of... Oh, big right hand.
There's a right.
This fight will probably be over. I don't know if Ray is going to be able to continue. No. Happened in the 7th round. I believe it's a short right hand that he gets hit with. Yes. A short counter right hand. It was right over us that he hit the ropes, and as we go...
What's happening is what's happening right now. He's getting his...
There he goes with a left hook. Seconds into the fight. The crowd is down. Jackson's in the wrong neutral corner.
Take a look. And just watch how fast his reflexes are. Right there. Look at where the Negron's hand is. Way down.
A champion rated number 9 by the WBA, number 10 by the BC, out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Oh, down goes Poppy again. And blood streaking from his nose.
5, 6. He might have broken his nose on that one, and he's over. He's not getting up. If they let that continue, something's wrong. I mean, look at him. He doesn't even know where he's at.
Referee Jay Nady calling time. It is all over. It is all over here in the round 2.
Book uppercut. There's the body shot. There's the uppercut. Just like they teach it in the gym. It couldn't be better. Loud boos for Don King, who's entered. What has he done recently? He just comes over to congratulate Cooper and...
Aguilar appears to be wearing down now. Those uppercuts and the legal right hand. Look at that beautiful shot.
Overcome temporary frustration and go on to knock his opponent out.
It was indeed frustration, and the right hand pretty much started a pretty good fight. But what wore Aguilar down was the inside fighting and the looping right hands. That right hand there proved to be effective against southpaws. Aguilar at this point here is out of it.
The temple, one of the vulnerable areas which can sometimes create a knockout. As you see this right hand land, you'll see right next to the eye on the temple, and Aguilar said, that'll do.
I'm sure that Chavez will go back and watch the tape.
Chases Lewis across the ring.
Shades of Oliver McCall. September 24, 1994 in London. Has Rockman pulled the upset? He has. To start the trouble. Lewis smiled after that one.
He smiled and became more insolent and more lackadaisical and careless. Rockman got inside and hit him a terrific straight right hand.
Just a perfect shot.
He had not thrown many right hands through the eye. They're telling him not to counterpunch.
Boom! Will Rockman get up, or have the tables been turned? Is it reversed? 7, 8, 9. It's over. Lennox Lewis got revenge. I thought he could have done to Holyfield if he had decided to be more aggressive. Rockman totally out of position after the left, and the right hand was good night.
He did it by long range. That's most importantly. He didn't try to close in. Everything was out in the opening.
That's the way you want to fight up there. Instead of jab and right hand, it was hook and right hand. And you know what? The old saying, never follow a puncher around. And Rockman did. Rockman made the fatal mistake. I'm going to follow you no matter what you jab me or what, I'm going to follow you. Well, Rockman has spent months.
But I think it was more off balance. Yeah, I tend to agree with you, Joe, but it was a good hand. Oh, another right from Tony.
Oh, he's down. Just the second time in his career. He is out. He is hurt. I don't know if he's going to get up. He is out. God is in. I don't see him getting up. Oh, my God.
He's up at 10.
What a great left hand. Challenger. Oh, down. That is it. How can he stop it? That's it. The fight's over. James Toney's title. James Toney wins the title. Unbelievable. What a left hook he got caught with. Oh, my.
Tony with the left hand. Down went none, as we mentioned, just the second time in his professional career. That was the knockdown, which he barely survived. He got up. Here's another look at that left hand that effectively won Tony the championship here tonight. Again, snapping the head back of Sullivan. McClellan does with the jabs. Boy, the more we talk to him, oh, the right hand staggers him. And another one, and down he goes. Fight's over. That's it. 40 seconds into the fight, Gerald McClellan with the first hard punch he landed.
Beautiful, really beautiful setup by there we go. He just touches him with that jab and bingo, right on the chin, and the mouthpiece almost comes out. His eyes really went in 4 different directions here. Here's another overhead view here. This is earlier in the round when he first landed McClellan first landed those solid jabs, backing up Carl Sullivan. And Sullivan really never got a chance to get on track here. Bingo. Oh, right on the side of the chin. And you can see him doing the funky chicken right there. He gets clipped with another right hand, and he's out.
Up to the body. And a right. That moved Schurer backwards. Straight right by Hearn.
Not only moved him backwards, single bombed him, and down he goes.
Another one. A right hand by Hearn. He will not get up.
Well, now we know that Tommy Hearns can hit middleweights and knock them out. And boy, did he knock them out.
Wobbling, as you pointed out, Gil, and there's that overhand right. Little short chopping shot that perfectly Berry, and it can just discombobulate you. If you recall that fight that Fresno kept, he's out. He is out. I mean, and caught up in the ring too. Yeah, the ropes are off the ropes. Shawnee, I want to get your opinions of what you've seen here. Sean, you were looking in on Darrell Wilson. What do you see here?
Too many times. I've seen this too many times, Barry. He was down all the way on the canvas, on his cut.
A big right hand by Tacky Levis Pendleton. He is hurt. It is over.
Pendleton left that. Pendleton. Here you can see Pendleton starts that jab. And already, Tacky was too close for Pendleton to start that jab. And Tacky timed the right hand. You should not throw a jab when a man's close to you. He started to throw that jab.
Corner of Johnson feels that Sanchez has a weak chin. And boom! Right hand puts him down.
Maybe they will out. That was a timed punch. Weak chin or right chin. That was perfectly timed over the left hand.
Augie Sanchez is counted out, but they could have stopped the count at 2. He got rocked, and then a right hand put him out. And John Michael Johnson and his trainer, Tony Ayala.
Okay, now let's go to the
That's the knockout.
Right hand over the slow left hand of Sanchez.
Sanchez had already been rushing
with that left hook to the body, and he lands a left hook. And now Jefferson wobbles again.
Can Jefferson come down? Can he stay on his feet?
Oh, what a left hook shot. No count necessary.
Derek Jefferson, I love you.
Oh, my gosh. Roy, what a shot.
What a shot. Same thing. That left hook
to the face.
And he knew how to close the show, Roy. He went to the body when nothing else was open, and that left hook was just good night
Said he timed Maurice's left hook. Watch Maurice's left hook come back because he knew Maurice was straight up throwing the left hook, and there it was.
And he was hurt, Jefferson.
Yeah, he was hurt.
He was hurt.
Good night. Most 38 years may come into play in a hurry at 227 pounds. If he gets up, I'll be the most surprised person in the Coliseum.
This fight should be over. Al Munoz should stop this fight.
He got to his feet, but he stopped the fight. Another first-round knockout for Tommy the Duke Morrison.
Still knocked down. Overhand right. There it is. He heads through the ropes, smashes the computer, and luckily does not get injured. From yet another angle, it will look just as bad for Harry Terrell. And you know, the thing is, that wild overhand right, and you can see
as a heavyweight is not small. He's 6'3", 231 pounds.
Oh, big right! There goes Eklund. This one is over. The big right by Witherspoon gets upstairs.
Totally political. They know that I should be the #1 man there. Holyfield, I make him the real meal. Foreman wouldn't even fight me with a Uzi machine gun, and I'm ready for Tyson. All I got to do is just train hard. I mean, there's no doubt about it.
Okay, but one-term contracts, what can you do to force them to fight you?
Keep on knocking guys out like I knocked out tonight, and just keep on pushing. They can't hide from me. I'm a 2-time heavyweight champ. Politics have kept.
Prince Williams got nothing to be ashamed of. This guy is a smart fight.
Oh, what a right hand. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
We're watching a great fighter, guys. I mean, this guy took the other guy.
Able to set up and land this right hand.
The main thing he has Williams following him around. A guy follow you around, he's open for a right hand. You never follow a puncher.
Por parte de Graham, otra vez la izquierda, que derecha le puso Jackson y lo mandó a la lona. Ay, cuidado esa mano, lo estaba esperando. Qué gancho, puede ser todo, ¿eh? No creo que se recupere. Qué mano le pone en gancho ahí Julian Jackson, y eso es todo para él. Fíjese, a la izquierda llega, ahí viene la derecha. ¡Wow! Tremendo gancho. Y a dormir. A otra cosa mariposa, y gana Julian Jackson. Vamos a hacer una pausa, enseguida volvemos con más boxeo en Peleas Inolvidables. Regresamos.
I said earlier.
And down goes Sumbu Kalambe after a major league left inside by none.
It looks as though Kalambe isn't going to make it.
And Michael Nunn answers a lot of doubters about his punching power. One solid.
Here is when Michael Nunn's taking his time, throwing his jab out, and what's the counter left hand of Michael Nunn? It caught Kalambe flush on the chin.
He had been very relaxed throughout the first round, not looking as though he was pressing the action or looking to do any serious damage. And then this.
And you know what people are going to talk about, because it was a one-punch.
Wilson tries a right hand across the top. Tua lands a short left. First down, Wilson, or first time Wilson's ever been down.
Can he beat the bell? Can he beat the bell? No, he can't. He's counted out.
Another first round knockout for David Tua.
Clean as a whip.
As it happened, Larry, George put his hand on my arm as if to say, that's the end of that. And sure enough.
Just stepped back and drove that left hook. Just watch how he steps back. Boom. Woo! That's one of those 8-inch punches you don't see much of anymore, George.
Oh, he had to extend it a little bit this time. When he was closer, he couldn't do it, but this guy gave him just enough room. Seen it yet? Oh, this is a foul fest now.
This fight's over. He's not getting up.
He is not getting up, Bobby.
Out. It's all over. Out. Look, it's Sullivan Brown. Convulsion. Oh, the Kobe's.
Well, you watch it again. Petway's still doing his moving and using his quick counters.
Simon missing some big shots, and it's a speed again. 1-2, he ducks in and catches him clean, catches him looking, turns right into him. His head slammed into the canvas, Steve, which could have just added to insult to injury, so to speak.
You notice that he's throwing the punch, he beats him to the punch. As you're going to see right here, he throws his right hand right here, the left hook comes, bang! His head's up in the air, he knocks him cold. Matter of fact, he's so incoherent, he's throwing punches as he's down. He thinks he's still fighting.
Look at this reaction off the textbook knockout by Vincent Petway. Still throwing punches while on.
Evening things up.
And ending strong. Down he goes. A right hand. He's in trouble.
He's in real trouble.
It's over. JD stops the fight in the second round. And it's over soon.
Go ahead, Costin.
Yeah, I'm just very. You see its first right hand nearly comes through, and this is right on the chin. I've seen he's become a little lazy in the beginning. I've seen how he come in, and look at him. He's really look at his eyes. Look at his eyes. The referee done the right decision to stop the fight. Otherwise, he will be really hurt. And what's this? It's not.
I love the opponent or whatever.
Shane Mosley learned that on Saturday night. Again, once again, third knockdown of the night.
Who never saw it.
You know, that's pretty amazing because between rounds, Alton Merkerson, Roy Jones is handpicked.
Roy was just getting in a mode of having a good time at this stage right here. And as I was saying earlier, this guy was surviving because he wasn't that aggressive. But once he started coming in and committed himself, Roy just took advantage of him, caught him with a nice counter punch.
Well, Roy found the trick for knocking him out. He put his hands behind his back.
He said, come on. You can't get any better than this.
That is a mark of a shot fighter when you can't get off punches.
A beautiful right hand. Down goes Botha. That's all it took. One shot. He may not get up. Botha stumbling around. 8, 9. Did he make it? It's over. It's over. Mike Tyson has returned.
One right hand. It's a short, chopping right hand. There it is. Right on.
You look at the body. He turns his body into this punch. His hips, his shoulders, from the floor up, steps into him, bang. He turned his whole body, his hip, his legs. That man got hit with 230.
Huge right hand. Huge right hand by Hopkins. Down goes Trinidad. I'm not sure Tito can get up. He's got the desire. He's never been knocked out. This fight is over. Steve Smoker stops it. No. Bernard Tito Trinidad comes in. Has done it. He knocked out Trinidad.
Bernard Hopkins has put him
physically beaten up in his career, never before knocked out, goes down in the middle of the 12th round and cannot continue. As Bernard Hopkins punctuates a huge and thrilling and unexpected victory with a sensational power shot show in the 12th round. Oh, what a right hand, George.
What a right hand. Every shot. This guy was so, I never thought his legs could last, but I guess those 150 pounds exactly
is getting untracked. He's finally woken up.
Fans are going wild, but down goes Rodriguez out of nowhere. Adelson Rodriguez is on the canvas.
He's not getting up. He hit his head on the canvas, and he's not getting up.
It's all over. Here in the second round, Evander Holyfield has KO'd Adelson Rodriguez.
Accuracy of the punch that knocked out, and you see how his head bounces off the canvas. A right hand, an overhand right by Holyfield. Let's watch it again from a different angle, and you can see how this bounces right off. There it goes now, but watch Rodriguez's head as he goes down. You can't see it on that show. He literally bounced off that canvas with his head.
Full above his right eye. Oh, that'll finish him.
a big right hand, and the champion is down.
He will not get up.
And he isn't getting up.
He will not get up.
We have a new belt holder in the light heavyweight division. And that's why they had to make their move quickly. And it turns out he was a paper champion, one of those champions who took a punch right there that made him an ex-champion. He was talking at that time to Mayweather.
Left hand hook, and Mayweather is down, and Rocker
He's the guy who came to fight. The button as Gil Clancy takes you through it.
And there it is, right on the button. That was the first powerful punch that this kid landed in the fight. And Jim, we had mentioned earlier, sometime in the fight, this kid's going to land a big punch. But I thought it was going to bring out a war between these two guys. But all it took was the one punch, and that was it. And I guess Roger Mayweather, when he went back to his corner, said, this kid's strong. He could fight.
Terry Norris, Derek Kelly in 87, Joseph Walker, a disqualification.
Oh, down he goes. Look at the right hand.
Terry Norris is down, and this might be it. Can he get up?
He cannot. And this cruncher now, remember he's taking these big punches, but he has the confidence to know that one punch will do it. And here it comes. It's a right hand to the back of the head almost.
Right on the temple, over the ear, right on the temple. Very soft spot on the head, we all know. Again, Simon Brown had to have the chin to depend on because he knew it was going to...
Ruiz fight, he looked to be in the most comfortable place in his career. He was on a roll. He had won 7 in a row by knockout. And now, cracks Grimsley with the first punch. And that looks like it is it.
Why is the referee counting? You don't have to count on that. This fight is over. The referee counted him out.
James Thunder, known as a quick starter, but
here's what happened. Boom, no, right on the side of the head, the very first punch. You land the first punch in a fight. Don't go out there and mess around. Crack. Dragging the jab back. Look how relaxed Grimsley is.
Emergency for Tacky here in the 10th and final round.
I know he doesn't understand that much English, but he understands boxing.
And his hand hit the canvas. That's not good.
Here comes the left hook right there on the inside. It was a beautiful inside left hook, and I believe Garcia never saw it. Steve, I guarantee you he never saw that. Watch here. He comes up with it, bends, and leaps up into him with a left hook right there.
Oh, everything in it. That is a perfect left hook. That was from the bottom of his feet and his heart. From the bottom of his heart. Wow.
Has gone so far as to compare Mosley's style to that of Sugar Ray Robinson, and there's one of the reasons why.
Just as the 10-second warning sounded, it seemed that Taylor may have...
It's the ropes. And the left hand, down he goes.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
That's it. That's the fight right there. And it was that right hand that was down by his waist. Got clipped with the bingo. That was it. You see the devastating power, just that one shot. But his hands are dangerously low for sitting on the ropes with a guy with this much speed like Jones, and bingo. That hurts.
That's a good body shot from Tackle. Back he comes, gets in right crosses as well. And Alexander's head is an open target. He's leaving himself over the look at that! A left hook, and that might be curtains! That might be good night! It's over! The fight's over! The fight is over! No need to count! They're getting out the gum shield, and Wayne Alexander
going to regret not taking the initiative a little bit more, but he was the one with the tighter defence, but not here. Look at this, bang on the chin, couldn't have landed on a more sweet spot, and that's all over. Full credit to Mick. There it goes, and you can see the way the punch landed, the jolt it gave to his chin, unbelievable. What a tough 50-50 match. But I don't think there's a light middleweight in the world, Ian, would take that shot and keep up.
It's gotten to him. Marquez was off balance again. Now gets his feet back and tries to roar back to nail Pacquiao with the right hand. Oh! That's another knockdown. He's not getting up, Jim. He get up? He's not getting up, Jim. He's not getting up. No, he's been knocked out. A sensational right hand knockout by a bloodied Juan Manuel Marquez. And that is the keystone moment of his career.
If he gets up, he probably wins the fight.